Welcome back to my podcast, Just One Question. This is Neelakshi Sengupta with Lillette Dubey once again. Hi Lillette, we had heard you speak about how much your parents wanted you to take up science and become either a doctor or a scientist, but you took up performing arts. Will you tell us how did you manage that?
So I must say, once you know the kind of mind my father had and the pursuit of excellence that he had, he said to me, okay, if you must do this, because after my BA in literature, I went into a bit of a quandary, what shall I do? And then, sometimes we do an MA just to evade that question and to continue, and I loved literature anyway. But there was that moment of decision, and I asked my father, and he said, now at least stop this and go and do a master's in something sensible. I said, no, I want to continue with this. And he said, and I said, and I love acting and I love theatre because I'd done a lot of it by then. And my father, I said, came to me and he said, well, if this is what you want to do, then go and do it seriously. Go to, he said, Sadler's Wells. I said, Dad, that's not for theatre. He said, okay, whatever he knew. He said, then what? I said, well, he said, Radha. I said, yes, Radha's there. But you see, Neelakshi, at that point, I'm a Virgo and I'm highly practical. So I did the second master's in mass comm only because I said, I'm doing literature and I love theatre. How am I going to earn a living? So since I topped the course, I got 3 big ad agencies, gave me a job, offered me a job. The Times of India I could have worked with, I got a job there. I got some magazines to offer me jobs. So I had a lot of options.
Were there any film offers coming up already?
One of life's little ironies, you were asking me about film, was that when I was sort of, I guess, at my best in my early 20s, and I had done a lot of theatre, and I got these feeders from Bollywood or from the Hindi film world. But I'm talking about a long time back, and I'm not mentioning, but from some big producers asking me if I would like to come and work in Hindi cinema. This is when I was just finishing my first master's, somewhere around there, must have been 21 or 22. And my father was aghast. He said, what are you talking about? I have born, you're doing all this, but this is out of the question. You're never ever going to do this. And I myself, was living a bit in this ivory tower and, with my nose, which is already slightly up in the air, saying, oh, please, Hindi cinema, excuse me, kind of thing. I mean, I was doing Brecht and I was doing Shakespeare and I was doing Greek tragedies and I was doing Greek comedies and I was doing, Arthur Miller, and I'm not dishing Indian cinema, but it's just a very different world, So I'm not saying my world was better, it was different. And it was for me very stimulating, and I was utterly spoiled. I have been utterly spoiled and very blessed, because from the day I first did theatre, of course there were auditions. I mean, it's not that I just walked into every part, but I always did the lead in every play I did. So I was getting some really plummy parts to do, and from Lady Macbeth at 19 to Gertrude, to you name it, every play that I did parts that only Elizabeth Taylor played in the film, or somebody played in this and all that. So I was loving the work I was doing. So I don't quite understand its raison d'etre even, But anyway, to come back to me, I did tons of theatres, but I'm saying it's so strange that I got those feelers when I was very young. So after that, the more theatre I did, the more convinced I was that this is what I really want to do with my life. I think I was just scared to commit to it fully and completely, because it seemed such a scary choice to make. And the reason I didn't go to Radha was only because I saw around me super talented actors we've ever had.
And any regrets so far in the choices that you have made?
So when Dad said, do you want to go to Radha? And I thought deeply about it. And he said, okay, if you don't want to go to Radha, go to NST. That I do regret, because that I should have done. Because now I am very clear, training is training is training.
I know about your years of training and work with Barry John, and I'm keen to hear more. And Lillette, the gamut of work that you have done, the quality of work you do every day, is something many would crave to achieve. There's so much more I want to know and hear from you. But it's time for me to take your leave for now. I'll be back soon to chat with Lillette again, but signing out for now. from just one question. This is your host, Neelakshi Sengupta.